big as the what?
Oh,
Nigga, you gotta be more careful.
ouchie. Oh,
Ouch.
I'm okay, Captain.
Bro,
What is up, y'all? It's your boy King Kartel back again, once again. And we are playing some RE5. I had my homegirl Career Kartel in this run. And I'm just going to give you my thoughts on the game as I navigate this with her. Alright, so it begins with an opening sequence showing the Ouroboros virus being used on the villagers. We then cut to, I guess it's a flashback of some of the forces in the area trying to combat it. I always love this scene right here. I can't be the only one who thinks about that scene when they play RE7. RE7 has a very similar wide camera shot where it's looking down. It always reminded me of RE5 for some reason. But then you cut to Chris looking cool, looking mean in a Hummer. Shout out to the Hummers back in the day. They gotta bring those back, but they were terrible on gas, so I get it. Look at the homies in the hood. Look, we selling dead goats. What a game, man. This was one of those games that when it dropped, everybody I knew was playing it. It's the first game to introduce a fully cooperative experience. I think that added to a lot of its commercial success. I want to say to this day, it's the highest selling Resident Evil of all time. It might be something else, but it's definitely top 5 easily. So this tells the story of Chris Redfield and Sheva Alomar. I loved Sheva as a character, even though the internet dog walked her because of her AI capability. Rarely, if ever, do I play this game single player. It's just not a game that I play single player for whatever reason. So I have a lot of love and admiration for Sheva as a character as a whole. Then you got Chris thinking about Jill. You see flashbacks of Jill later on in this game, and then you see her in real time as well when she's fully introduced. Look at all, hey, everybody hating on me. They don't like that. They're like, oh, they're white, man. They don't like it. I respect it. Homie like, whoa, what y'all doing? No, you can't come past this unless I get a little squeeze. All right, you straight. Chris looking at him like, don't you even think of patting me down, homie. Shout out Chris. Chris was way too serious in this game, even though it is a serious game, per se, a serious situation. He was far too serious in this game for me. Every time I look at Chris in this game, I just want to die laughing. He too big. You know what I mean? He hitting the weights way too hard. Shout out Chris. It then opens up with chapter 1-1, civilian checkpoint. As you can see here, I'm playing with mouse and keyboard, and the sensitivity switch from controller to mouse and keyboard threw me all the way off. I think later I end up getting my controller to work, but during the opening, the intro, I just could not get my controller to work for whatever reason. It was bothering me, but you know, you got pent past it, I guess. So you start out in this open little village area. You're seeing how folks are living. You can also tell there is something not quite exactly right. For one, everybody is just dead eye staring at us, which makes sense. I mean, who is this American white man just walking around in our village? As you can see, me and my homegirl Career were having a little too much fun in this open area. We testing out villagers, seeing what they own, seeing if they gangster or not. Later that comes back to backfire on us, but it's neither here nor there. Their career got hard, so she's stepping to anybody looking. She's standing on the side of them, agitating them. I love the way they program Sheva walk. Sheva just got that confident walk with them high boots. We running up on everybody. My man right here with the rolled up sleeves, hard-working man, probably a mechanic or something like that, or a goat herder. Here we go, bugging him in this hot weather. It's too hot to be bugging people. Ain't no Sprite, ain't no Fanta, nothing there to calm our conditions, quench our thirst. Hey, right now we asking him where the Fanta at. He acting like he don't know what time it is. But it's funny, he don't even really look towards me. He mainly focused on Sheva like, okay. For some reason, I started this game with not max health. I guess I got whooped on my last run and it carried over into this run. I'm not entirely sure. But I start this game whooped. I get some health. But I didn't like that. Shout out to 2009 bloom effects. Look at that bloom. It looks great, but it's just far too oversaturated. And they are whooping the mess out of homeboy over there. God bless him, bless his heart. You got my man sitting there in the middle with a machete. He probably sold like 3 or 4 pineapples earlier. Got a gang in them scoping us. We're gonna call their team later. We want to smoke with everybody out the rip. He hogging all the good stuff. He's sipping on a Heineken or a Michelob Ultra or something like that. Need to pass that, man. We dying of thirst out here, man. We're not used to these conditions at all. That's not fair. So Sheva notices that everyone has disappeared. Very similar to RE4. Once you get to the village and after you whoop everybody just kind of disappears. You get that scene before the actual village standoff fight. I thought that was kind of cool. Also kind of corny. You can't necessarily redo that RE5 intro. That's just a legendary intro. I think right here we wanted to open up these boxes, but we didn't have anything to facilitate that activity, so it just was what it was. Looks like her and I deliberating on what we gonna do, how we gonna survive this. Maybe someone in the market can help us. Maybe get one of these carcasses right here, put it on the grill, fry it up, so we can get some sustenance in our body. My boy Chris is jacked up, leaning. Po Chris. And Sheva kicks the door. We meet up with the arms dealer here. Before we even talk to him, we still looking around for stuff. Something is wrong with us. Whenever her and I get together, it's just nothing but foolishness. Foolishness in abundance, man. So here the arms dealer is just bringing down what has happened since the virus has touched down within the town. He gives us access to our weapons located in this, not necessarily item box, but I guess it is an item box. Not a full-fledged item box in the terms of Resident Evil context. Resident Evil 5 is one of those games that you don't get as many item slots. You don't get an item box per se, but in between each chapter within the game, you get the ability to sell weapons, upgrade weapons, buy weapons, sell treasure. So it kind of acts as that save game point. And as you can see, my health still hurting. I think I'll go to this menu to try to figure out sensitivity. My sensitivity on 5, some of y'all, maybe that works for y'all. I'm not particularly a keyboard and mouse player. I'm more of a controller type of player. So having it up that high was just throwing my whole feng shui off. I could not focus. It don't burn me too much within this playthrough, but God, early on, it was a problem. It was definitely an issue. So I used my herb here. And we should be heading off. So moving ahead, you didn't see, I think it's a goat on the ground, either a goat or a horse. I don't know my animals too well, so that's neither here nor there. But we're kicking in some more doors. See more various animals being sacrificed in ways we could not imagine. I grabbed the herb, kicking in some more doors. And then you head to this outside section. Now here, it's a mini short standoff scene to where you walk forward and you will end up activating a cutscene to where you either hold out or run. The majority of the time we choose to run. I know of a mod to where you actually don't get access to run away. You actually have to stand there and fight. And it turns most of the daytime activity into nighttime. My man right here, man, you want to talk about bad fates or just bad destinies? Oh man, the mercies of God was not with this brother right here. This brother started hawking. They get fed the Ouroboros virus. He like, get off me, man. Don't touch me, man. I'm wilding out, man. Ah, help. Poor guy, man. Got blood running out his eyes and stuff like that, man. Chris and Sheva looking at him like, what's wrong with this brother, man? Is he all right? His cornrows a little too tight. He then gets back up and now he is fully infected with the virus. He charges towards me, but we know how that go, especially when you got the Hydra shotgun. I'm running mainly Hydra shotgun maxed out. That's just my favorite weapon in the entirety of the game. So much utility to it. So I kind of just use that throughout the whole run. I use some other weapons, but that's my main weapon. And then my homegirl Career Kartel, as you can see, for whatever reason, she like to use that stun rod. That stun rod is not good at all, but she just like whooping people. So you can't make somebody do what you want them to do. They just got to be them. We kind of segment what styles of ammo each of us wants to use. So you'll notice over the course of the playthrough, I give a lot of my handgun ammo to Korea. I think I give some machine gun to her too, but also run MP5 a little bit as well. So this is the scene I'm talking about earlier. You trigger the cutscene, villagers start running towards you. Again, under normal means, just run. If you have the arsenal to hold out, you can hold out as well. I think towards the end of that, there's a big Mangini, or the executioner Mangini, I think it is. He comes out the woodwork and you can take him down. I think you get a gold ring, some type of treasure from defeating him, but either way, I grabbed the hand grenade from there. Notice I'm still watching the door. I don't trust him. Certain radio frequencies going into Chris and Sheva's earbuds right now. Kicking the door with two of us. And we are well on our way to the next section of the area. One of my favorite parts of the game. Korea over there looking at that big axe. I'm not even gonna lie, that's the first time I even noticed that. Rarely do I ever notice a lot of stuff in this game. Korea is just one of those people, she's just gonna stop and sightsee. It's like when you go out of town with your mom or something like that, and she just want to see everything. She want to see stuff that, you know, you can look up on the internet. I want to go see the Statue of Liberty. Ma, nobody goes to see the Statue of Liberty. Nobody cares. You know what I mean? You can look it up on the internet. But yeah, you got my man's right there hung up. I just pimped right past him. I'm not even thinking about him. No way. Trying to get to the fun stuff, the action part. You know what I mean? The violence. Shout out to everybody watching and listening. Do me a huge favor. Hit that like button. Hit that sub button, man. Grabbing small little ammo. Little herb here. Little handgun ammo there. Just prepping ourselves for what's to come. There's a quick way to reload in this game. You don't have to reload manually. You can actually go to the item menu and just combine the items. Got my man right here on the megaphone. He talking that talk. Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here today to give glory, to give exoneration and duplication and manipulation. You know what I mean? He just going off on the pulpit. See, brothers and sisters, when you use a traitor, you get trained. Set it off. You know what I mean? And it's straight like that, man. Look at the crowd. And the crowd goes wild. Yeah, get his ass, man. He ain't on nothing. He can't do nothing with us. They're like, uh-oh, who that? Now, at this point, I already know my spirit. I'd have been on the first train up out of there. You know what I mean? I'm not about to go up against an army of infected villagers. It's just not my style. Perhaps I'm non-confrontational, but I'm just good on that. So to begin this fight, we take the little shelves and we barricade the doors with that. It holds them off for a particular period of time. It doesn't hold them off indefinitely. Eventually they do get through. Again, because I'm running Hydra, I'm not particularly in trepidation at this point of the game. You can more so just clear everybody out with this. If you don't have the Hydra, or if you don't have a shotgun in particular, if it's your first time playing the game, you can hold them off with the handgun given at the start of the game. You got a knife. I think you get a hand grenade as well early on. So don't panic. That is my advice at this particular point in time. Do not panic. Stay in tune. If you got a squad mate with you, just stay in tune, stay in constant communication. Once they break down the first barricade, light him up, just like that. Too easy, right? I love this part. I might like this more than the RE4 standoff. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe because of the cooperative element of it, but I just love this part. So as you can see me, just crowd control. That's mainly why I like the shotgun, for the crowd control capabilities. Give me just a second as I put some love into my body. Oh, you know what? Let me just say this while I'm here. If you watch my videos, listen to my videos, man, go grab your bottle of water while you watch and listen, man. Put some love into your body, man. Love yourself. I'll be talking to some of y'all and be realizing y'all don't be drinking no water. Y'all don't even know how much I detest that. That disgusts me on a multitude of levels. So I actually aimed at the wrong enemy. I should have aimed at yo with the wrench that was right in front of me. So I took a hit based off that. Nothing that I can't walk off or shake off or nothing like that, but that was contrary to wisdom. I should have took him down first. Now you got the executioner, Mangini. He's gonna knock down that wall, which then opens up the floodgates. Korea and myself, we retreat further back towards here. As we know, the Mangini don't necessarily spawn behind you. I think there's a little gate that they can climb over, but you can still see them. I don't know what the heck that guy was doing. That guy was just looking dumb. I take down megaphone, speakerphone guy, and then get hit being dumb. Look to your neighbor and say, being dumb. I had the executioner Mangini right behind me, and I'm focused on that guy. I hit him with the fire, slow him down a little bit. We end up taking him down shortly after that. Career watching my 6. Drop him, and then it takes 2 Hydra shots. Uppercut, bang. Out of there. Out of there. And I take his jewelry. I drop him. Give me the gold ring. Thank you kindly. And then from there, just making an abundance of moves. Retreat back to the top of these stairs. And then from here, we kind of got this 360 degree of vision. It's funny because playing with the mouse and keyboard, the aiming is so tight. The aiming is so tight. I would argue I'm a much better shooter with mouse and keyboard. Granted, I have time to acclimate myself to the controls. You wouldn't be able to tell by the way I just got whooped right there, but whatever. So now I'm just looking around, scoping, watching out, setting things ablaze, blowing barrels up, whatever I need to do, right, to survive. But we hold out on top of here for a particular period of time. Again, I just like the 360 degree of vision you just get at this high point right here, because they either got to jump from the bottom up towards you, or they got to come across the platform from the gate. So from there you can kind of just pick them apart whichever way you deem necessary, you see fit. Oh, I could have got the neck breaker right there. Spoiled. I spoiled it. Soiled it. Now my girl Korea was getting hemmed up. She's fine. But it's funny, the actual game audio, you just hear her cussing up a storm. You know what I'm saying? Just going off. There's a submachine gun towards that far right side. We end up not getting it. I thought my partner got it. It's not that we need it because we both have the weapon. I mean, worst case scenario, you can sell it if you don't need it, but I think we just elected not to get it at all. Just keep dog walking. Again, more or less just crowd control. Maintain visuals on whatever you can. You'll hear a little audio of enemies approach you from whatever side, so you don't have to necessarily be in fear or be in trepidation that somebody's just gonna creep behind you and just clock you with a wrench or something like that. Now right there, Korea is now in a dying state. When your partner goes into a dying state, you want to get to him immediately. She thought I wasn't going to be able to get to her in time, but come on, man. It's Big Me. You know I wasn't about to let that happen, not on my watch. About to let my partner die or nothing like that. So rescue her. She was low on health, so we retreat to this little house right here. I then push the barricade there just to slow him down, give Korea a chance to heal. Pick up some minor items. You can literally traverse the whole little area and just find a ton of pickups that help you throughout your playthrough. And from there, we activate the cutscene. We got a helicopter. Echo 6, this is Roger 1. Roger 1, we need help. We need to do something, man. I like how we spawn outside the building. My man come through with the RPG. Yes, sir. Get some straightening on that. Amen, brother. And now we are free to traverse to the next area. Squad out. But we noticed something. Sheva got 3 S ranks. I got 2, and we got the same grade. My partner was mad. She was livid. She was livid. I'm not even gonna play the audio from it because she is just going off, and I don't want y'all to hear that. But she was going off. She was extremely upset. But that's chapter 1-1. I'm gonna stop the video right here. I hope you guys enjoy. If you want more of these style of videos, do me a huge favor, man. Take that nutty professor finger, man. Hit that like button and hit that sub button, man. My name is King Kartel. I'm up out of here, man. Be safe, be careful, wear a face mask, and I'll see you big head monkeys on the next one. Peace.